And I'm Lindsay.
And welcome back to our podcast.
So we're just going to start off by talking about Hema and I this week. We had a little bit of a conversation about where we want our podcast to go. When we first initially came up with the idea, when she came to me with it, we were just going to talk about topics that were kind of taboo, things that people don't really talk about, I guess, enough, that we both personally have experience with, like depression, anxiety, and losing a loved one, mental health, women's health. And we do still plan on covering all of those topics, but we want you to know that we've decided we're going to be a little more open. We're open also to ideas from you guys, but we also just want to keep it light sometimes as well, especially right now during this pandemic. We know that sometimes it's an escape for you guys. It's an escape for us. So we're going to have fun. Like today, we're going to do an episode just doing some 21 questions. We told you that last week. And then next week we have something a little different planned out. But yeah, so just thank you for sticking with us and being patient with us as we figure all of this out.
We want to show you guys that this is us. We are very light and fun, but we also, of course, when it comes down to the serious stuff, we do have our opinions about it. But again, we do appreciate any feedback that you guys have. I know we're active on so many social media platforms, so feel free to reach out to us. We are very interactive. But yeah, so we're going to play 21 questions, or should I say 42, I guess. So I'm going to ask Lindsay 21 questions, and then we'll go on a little break, and then when we come back, then she'll ask me 21 questions. And let's see if we can find out some stuff about each other, get a little deep in some questions, and I guess see what you guys learn from us. So I'm gonna start. Lindsay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. It's gonna be wild. You ready?
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. Number 1. If you could listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Ooh. There's a lot of good songs out there.
Just one.
I would definitely keep it an older song, like a classic. So I'd probably go with maybe something from Grease. I know I posted today, like on our story on Instagram about Grease. So I have Grease in my head, but I love the Grease soundtrack and it's clean. So I don't know the specific song, but I think I'd probably pick something from Grease that's upbeat and fun and I can dance to.
It would be the one song for the rest of your life. I mean, till the end of your days.
I mean, that's tough. Who could pick one song?
I mean, hey, I feel like we all have that one song that we just always go back to when we're listening to our jams. But if you're going with Grease, I'll go with Grease.
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, I can't pick a specific song from Grease, but I do love, like I said, all their songs from the soundtrack. So can I at least have like an album like for the rest of my life?
I'll give you an album for the rest of your life.
Okay, so then the Grease soundtrack.
Okay.
Because it's fun and upbeat, and I can move to it.
That is a pretty awesome soundtrack. I remember back when, we only had cassettes. My mom had the Grease cassette, and I would overplay it like a mad woman. I loved it so much. And I would like act the scenes. That was crazy.
Oh yeah, plus it was my mom's like all-time favorite movie, so every time I listen to it, it always reminds me of my mom, so why not?
Okay, then Grease. All right.
Yep.
All right. Number 2. What's your most favorite childhood memory, and what made it so special?
I mean, honestly, just any time, I know it sounds like cliche, but any time that I was with like my whole family, because as you know, obviously I've lost all of my family really. So just any time that I was with my mom and my dad and my grandma, like in that house that my grandmother and grandfather like grew up in, and that was their family home. I don't have like a specific, like just one memory. It's just any time that I was hanging out, with them.
So just the togetherness of the family.
Yeah, just any time that we were all together. We got all together for holidays, and those are my biggest cherished memories. It's just being together on Christmas and Thanksgiving and 4th of July at the house. We had the pool in the backyard, and so just spending time with them.
Okay, good. Yes, any time when you were together, all as a family, it's just one of the best things also for me as well. Oh, yes. Why did we grow up?
I know.
Okay, number 3. If you had to live without one of your senses, which would it be and why?
I would probably say, I mean, it's a tough one. There's no good sense, obviously, to lose, but I might go with my hearing just because you can still see, obviously, what's going on, and there's sign language. And I don't think I could ever live like if I lost my sight. I don't know how I would personally do. And I have to have my taste because I love food. I'm a food junkie.
Yeah.
So I probably have to say my hearing.
Okay. Yeah. Living without eyesight, I feel like would be the toughest for me. I would probably go with smell. I really wouldn't.
Okay,
care
yeah. See, I didn't even think
smell.
about that one. Yeah, I'd probably say then. Yeah, then smell. I changed my answer. I forgot about that one. A very
no. Use that hearing.
But, you know, right? You can't
Like,
change your mind.
Can't take it back.
I can take it back.
No.
No. But if you don't have a sense of smell, are you able to still taste as well? Because doesn't that affect your taste?
It does, but if I'm being honest, I really don't care. Like if I
you don't care about taste?
Yeah, I guess I really don't care. Like I'd probably be skinny as hell. Taste.
True.
But I don't know. I feel like also if I take away my hearing, I love music. You know, and I love listening to a podcast. Wink, wink.
Podcasts are the best.
I don't know. I wouldn't be. I'd be bummed. You know, dang, like not being able to taste my mom's bomb cooking. But I mean, I'd be fine with it. I'd rather jam out and be able to see. But hey, I mean, you said hearing. No take backs.
No. We can take back, okay? There was no rule set in the beginning. I take it back.
You didn't see the fine print that I sent out.
Oh, yeah. I didn't read that.
JK. Okay. All right. Number 4. Would you rather explore the deepest part of the ocean or outer space?
Ooh. You got some good ones. I'll give you that. You got some good ones. They're both so good. I guess I'm going to go with the ocean. Just because I love animals and I want to see what all is under there and see all the pretty fishies. I'm going to go with ocean.
Okay. Ocean it is. Number 5. What's the longest you've gone without a shower?
Damn, put me on blast like that. Put me on blast.
Hey, we've all done it, y'all. We know damn well.
It's going to sound horrible. You want me to be honest? I say like a week, but that's because it'd be like if I'm staying home, like if I'm in quarantine and I haven't been anywhere, there's times where I can just sit around and watch TV and I'm just, watching TV and eating and I'm not caring because I'm not going out. So no one's around me. So what does it matter? Yeah. So probably like about a week, but that's like a limit. That's no more than that.
Okay.
But again, that's with me not working.
I don't think that's, again, if you're just staying at home, I think the longest I've probably gone is maybe 3 or 4 days. And I mean, again,
you're better than me. Okay.
Especially during this pandemic, who are we going to see? You know, besides, of course, my husband. But like, I mean, hey, sometimes he's in the same boat too. So do we really care? I don't think so. But it's whatever, you know. Hey, we've all done it. Nobody can say no.
That's
post
true.
A comment if you
right. If you think that's
every single day, post a comment down below.
I do know people actually that do, and I'm like, wow, like power to you. But I don't have the energy to shower every single day.
I used to know a girl who would shower twice a day. She would say she would wake up in the morning and take a quick shower to start her day, and then of course shower at night. And I'm like, that is too much, homegirl. I am more of a night shower person. I always take showers at nights or baths, but I'm already like the most non-morning person you will ever meet. You got me fucked up when I'm waking up at the crack of dawn to take a shower. Like that's why I take a shower at night, to be clean while I sleep, so I'm clean.
It really depends for me. Like I do like to take my showers at night right before I get into bed because then I'm clean, getting into the bed clean. But if I'm going out that day, then obviously I'll take my shower early. If something comes up, then so it depends.
All right.
All right. No more questions are going to put me on blast, okay?
It's not. It's hey, we've all done it. I really want somebody to go down in the comments and tell me that you haven't done it.
Someone's
You haven't
going
taken
to.
your
I'm telling you
showers.
right now. Someone's going to be like, oh my God, she hasn't taken a shower in a week.
No,
Unfollow.
Unsubscribe.
Gross.
Okay,
Don't
number 6. What is the most attractive feature on the human body?
I think their smile.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, I could get, it depends if you're talking about like a person in general or you're talking about the opposite sex.
Just on anybody.
Then yeah, I'd probably say their smile.
Okay, that's the first thing that you notice with people?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. Mine's a little weird. I immediately look at people's hands.
Okay. I mean, I do look at their hands too, but I don't know if that's the first thing I look at.
I don't know what it is. Like, if you've got pretty hands, or like, I guess for a female, if you've got really pretty hands, like, I'm like, oh damn. And then, I mean, for a guy, like, if you have like strong manly hands, like, I'm looking at you. But that's the first thing I notice. I don't know why you would think I'd see like their face, but I'm like, let me see your hands. Put out your hands.
Okay. Okay. I guess.
I'm weird, y'all. Okay, I'm weird. Don't show me your hands. Put them in your pockets when you come at me.
They're like, I'm never showing my hands around Emma again. I'm gonna walk around with my hands in my pockets.
She's a freak.
She's a freak. Super
Okay.
freak.
She's super freaky. Yeah. All right. Oh, Lord. Number 7. If you can date anybody, living or dead, who would it be?
I mean, right off the bat that pops in my head, I've always been in love with Leonardo DiCaprio and Jake Gyllenhaal. So I'd probably go with one of them.
Pick one.
Ah, come
Jake
on.
or Leo?
Okay, Jake.
Jake, okay.
Yeah.
How dare
I do
you
like...
disrespect Leo.
No.
Just
I
kidding.
didn't disrespect him. He was the first one to pop in
kidding.
my head. I've been in love with him since Titanic.
Oh, my goodness.
But Jake Gyllenhaal, there's just something about him that's just really sexy. So I'm going to...
Have you seen him in pictures recently? He's all bearded up right now.
And seeing that is my... Okay, I don't know if I should put this all out there, but that's my biggest turn on in a man is a guy with scruff, like beard. Ugh. So, yeah, the fact that
Calling
he has
all
one...
scruffy guys out there.
Yes.
Lindsay is available.
I'm single. I don't shower for a week and I like beards.
And I want to lose my hearing.
And I'm deaf.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Okay. Jake, yeah,
Okay.
he's a hottie bear.
He is. There's something about... And just his smile, like his face structure is just like, ugh. So, yeah.
I mean, you pushed away my boy, but that's okay because he's mine. I'll keep him.
Right? I was going to say, we can share.
I'll keep Leo for me. I've been in love with Leonardo DiCaprio since Romeo and Juliet. Oh, my Lord. I love him.
Yep. Okay, we're getting off topic.
Anyways,
These men got me all hot now.
Let's take a break.
Right, guys, we're gonna take a 15-minute break. Maybe 30. You know what I mean?
Gosh. Just give me an hour. We'll be back. Oh gosh. All right. Number 8. Do you believe in soulmates?
I don't think that I believe in one soulmate for a person. I do believe there are people out there that are meant for you, but I believe, you might fall in love once and you may think that's your soulmate, but then sometimes that doesn't work out and then you meet someone else and they seem like they're meant for you. So I don't think there's just one specific person on the whole world that's meant for you.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Cool.
I agree with you on that one. Número 9. Number 9. If money was no object, where would you live?
Probably Hawaii. I love the water, and it's beautiful out there. So somewhere definitely, that has water and palm trees, and
You're not afraid of tsunamis?
I mean, okay, you didn't say, take into consideration, everything in the elements. You just said money wasn't an option. You don't have to get all deep on me.
Well, hey, if money is no object, then you can have, a really special made house that will protect
Exactly.
you.
That's, way up in the sky. So
yeah.
It'll be okay. But, yeah, just somewhere, like I said, by the water,
Hawaii.
for sure.
That's actually on my bucket list to go visit, is to go to Hawaii.
Same. Let's start saving up with all this money we're making from podcasting.
Right? Oh, Lord. We're rolling in money right now.
We do this for fun.
We do, y'all.
We do.
Okay. Number 10. What makes you nervous?
It's a toughie. That's a deep one. Everything? No, I'm just kidding.
Living with anxiety?
I mean, yeah, because I have anxiety. So yeah.
What is one thing that would probably you would not like to do on the daily that would make you nervous?
I don't like necessarily being put on the spot, which is funny because like we're podcasters now.
And I'm putting you on the spot with 21 questions. Oh my goodness. This right now is making me nervous.
This right here makes me the most anxious.
Oh Lord.
No, I just mean like being in front of like a crowd. Like podcasting's easier because I can do it obviously behind the mic. I'm not on camera. I'm not in front of a big crowd. You're just listening to me. But getting up in front of a big amount of people makes me nervous. Even though I would force myself to do it in high school. Like I was in school plays. And I did play sports and do all that ROTC stuff I was telling you about. But at the same time, like I was nervous.
Did you ever have like a really special part in a play?
There was this one that I did, I think it was my senior year, where I played, it was either 2 or 3 parts in the play. It was called like The Nanny, and I was able to do all, either like I said, it was either 2 or 3, but I played like the nanny. I was also the principal, and I feel like I was something else. So it was awesome because I had to make that transition from character to character throughout the whole play. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. I give you props for doing that. I've always wanted to do that when I was growing up, but I was too chicken to do plays.
I hear that.
Okay, where was I? Number 11. If you could be on any reality TV show, what would it be?
Ooh. Something where they make a lot of money. Where they win a bunch of money.
The Challenge?
The Challenge? Yeah, but are you talking about The Challenge like on MTV?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you have to compete. Do I look like I can compete right now? Like,
you said a show where you make lots of money.
Well, yeah, but you know how much you got to go through to get to that? I mean,
true.
It's grueling.
You can also go on, what's that show called? Are You the One? I think that was also on MTV. I saw like one season of it.
Boring.
Hey, they make a shit ton too, just by, I think what was it? Like you had to like pick your couple. I don't even remember that show. It was stupid, but they did also win like a big chunk of money if they were the last ones at the end.
That's true. I mean, I thought it would be kind of cool to be on the real world, but then again, I don't want everyone to know like the ins and outs of my entire life, like publicized out there. So yeah, maybe not that, but yeah, just something where I make money, but I don't have to work very hard to get it. So
let's create our own reality TV show.
See, guys, I'm so desirable. I don't want to work hard. I just want money.
Okay, so any show that you would make money. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to create one then where we really don't have to do much, but we win money.
You just show up and they're like, hey, here's $1 million.
Here's $1 million.
Tomorrow we're going to give you more. Okay. You just got to sleep here overnight.
Yes.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Number 12. If you could choose how you would die, would you?
Would I choose how I would die?
If you can choose how you die. Sorry. If you can choose how you die, would you?
Of course. Who wouldn't want to choose how they die? Do I get to so I get to choose however I want to?
Yeah.
Anyway. I mean, yeah, of course, because who wouldn't want to die an old lady in their bed?
Okay. So you...
Just from old age.
Just from old age, just falling asleep and just drifting.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to know. I would just have wanted to have lived a long, happy life, have had kids and grandkids, and obviously been married. I can't have kids and grandkids stop being married. So I'm married first. And
fellas, scruffy fellas, hello.
Right. And then, yeah, just one night go to bed and fall asleep peacefully after 80, 90 years.
Okay. for me, I wouldn't put it to 89. That's a little bit too much, but
if I'm
I
healthy,
agree with
okay,
you.
maybe I should, because my grandmother, when she passed, she was 81, and she was still pretty healthy and doing well for herself and able to walk and all of that. So as long as you're healthy, that's cool. There's some really healthy, like, old people out there.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I would also just like to morbid die in my sleep. Okay. Number 13. What are 3 of your biggest turnoffs?
For lack of a better word, if you're an asshole. If you're a guy and you're just a straight asshole, big, huge turnoff. Or I guess, just people in general. But yeah, if you're rude. If you're just rude to people in general, you walk around being rude to people and to waiters and waitresses and just anyone that's helping you at the grocery store, anything, if you're rude, huge turnoff. Are we talking about just people, or are we talking about like the
It could
opposite
be,
sex?
yeah, people. It could be people. It could be the opposite sex. However you interpreted that question.
People who only care about themselves and it's just me, me, me all the time. They only care about telling you about themselves and never listen to what's going on in your life. Big turnoff. It's tough. Like I said, you're putting me on the spot. I gotta like really dig deep in this little noggin. Of course, as soon as we're done recording, I'll go outside and somebody will do something. I'll be like, "That's it, right there."
That's number 3.
I mean, and just people being inconsiderate. For instance,
Okay.
I could use my neighbors. Because like I be telling Hema, my neighbors are very inconsiderate and they're very loud all the time. So I think you should just be considerate of people around you. And yeah, there we go.
Okay. So don't be an asshole. Don't be a narcissist. And be considerate. Fellas.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Is that too much to ask?
Is that too much to ask? No, oh man, the narcissism for me especially. Please don't do that. Please don't be too full of yourself. I get it. Yeah. It's good to have like confidence and whatnot, but for the love, it's just having such a big ego. It's just not a cute attribute to have, in my opinion. But what?
Exactly. When you just think you're just too good for God's earth. No. Big turn off.
Okay. Good choices.
Thank you.
Number 14. What is your favorite attribute about yourself, physical or non-physical?
I'm hard on myself when it comes to my body image because I'm not where I want to be right now. So I'll go with non-physical. I would either, I don't know, I'm always stuck between 2 things. I would either go with my sense of humor or me always being there for my friends and family. I don't know which one I would say is like my favorite or my best. I should make you answer that because you know me, so.
Your best is definitely being there for your friends. You are one patient chick. And I mean, just knowing how you deal with my crazy mood swings with my depression and my anxiety, I couldn't have picked a better friend to be here and deal with me. You're very patient and you are there for me even when sometimes I know I don't show it. I think that's your best. And your sense of humor also. I mean, look at us. Look at this podcast, y'all. Hey, fellas.
So I'm there for people and I'm funny, guys. Well, that was very sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Of course, yes. Alrighty. Number 15. If all of your wishes were granted today, how would you describe your life in 5 years?
I would definitely be successful. Who wouldn't want to be successful? Whether it's with this podcast, I mean, I hope so. I hope that we become something and really grow and, who knows, 5 years, we'll see. Just be successful, be comfortable as far as money goes. I don't have to be the richest person in the world, but I do want to be comfortable for myself and my family and help friends when they need it and just not be in need. And then for the third, it would be health. I would just say I would want perfect health.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, that works.
Yes.
Man, that would be awesome, girl. I'm right there with you.
I mean, I feel that, right?
Alrighty. Number 16. Would you ever commit a crime in order to help out the love of your life?
I mean, what's the crime though? Are you going to give me a crime, or
It could be any crime. You never know what situation the love of your life might be in.
Yeah, but that's not something you can just answer yes or no to. It depends on the severity of the crime, obviously. I'm never going to murder someone unless it's like in protection. Yeah, I guess like if it was like life or death and they're trying to kill me or kill, my husband for that matter, then yes, I'm going to defend my own and do what I got to do. But I'm not going to go kill someone to get money because we're broke. So it just depends on the severity of the crime.
Let me give you a scenario. If the love of your life was really sick and y'all didn't have the means to get treatment, let's say for your husband, would you rob a bank in order to get money for treatment?
Are you trying to get me like not ever married? Because I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could rob a bank. I'm sorry, hubby, but I mean, I just have too many morals.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think, that I would. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Hey, I mean, if you can't, you can't. There is no wrong or right answer. You just answer how you feel.
Okay, I'm probably never going to get married now, but it's all right.
Fellas!
I will not save you. I'll save you, but okay, just not at the expense of like robbing a bank. Like, oh my God.
She'll figure out a way, guys.
I'll figure out another way. There you go. We'll figure it out together.
Okay. All right. Number 17. Are you holding on to something you need to let go of?
That's deep.
How deep is your love? How deep is
That's deep. I mean, how deep you trying to get? Because that's deep,
You don't really have to really dig deep. But I mean, if there's something even currently right now that you think you're holding on to that you need to let go of, is there anything? You don't have to go into specifics either. Like, I'm not telling you to say what it is. But if there is something, yes or no?
I mean, there's no real hiding it. We've talked about it. You know about my loss. So I feel like I do hold on to that really tightly. And I think it's held me back from things, just grief in general over losing loved ones. It's kept me from sometimes getting out and being as productive and active as I'd like to be, because I just have a lot of bad days and things going on in my mind. So yeah, definitely grief holds you back.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. That is just really something to ever let go of, even if you are in a good place. Number 18, you're about to get into a fight. What song comes on as your soundtrack?
Ooh. How about Let's Start a Riot? You know that song? What is it from? 3 Days Grace? Is that who sings it?
Ooh, girl.
Let's start a riot. Start a riot. I've always loved that song, and I would get so pumped and angry, even though I had nothing to be angry about at the time, every time I would hear that song.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind for whenever you start a fight. I'll be there right behind you, starting.
Just holding a boombox over your head. Yeah, let's start.
Just holding a boombox. If it's gonna help you win, I'll do it for you.
Yes, because it gets me pumped up. So if I ever gotta protect us in a situation, just hold that up. I got you, fam.
Okay, I need to listen to that song then. Let me see what.
Wait, you've never heard it?
Song is. No, I haven't.
What? Mind boom boom. Oh my God! We grew. That's one of our early 2000s songs. Come on. I almost want to play it right now.
I probably need to listen to it, and maybe I have, but
I'm so totally about to play it in this mic right now.
Play it.
I'm going to. Just give me a second. I'm gonna pull it up. Okay, ready? Hold on. You heard it or no?
I heard it, but ooh, girl, that song does not trigger anything
what?
For me.
There's another one. Oh my gosh, hold on, because now that you said it, there's this other one that pumps me up even more than that song. And if you don't know it, oh my gosh. So I changed my song, okay? I changed it to this one.
No, what did I say? No,
I don't care. It's literally about fighting. He gets really mad and he screams this song while he's throwing desks. He's in a school, and it always gets me even more than that one. But
okay, well, instead of a song, we're just gonna create a playlist for you whenever you fight. Different songs.
There we go. It's by Trapped. You know Trapped, right? Shut the fuck up. I'm done talking to you.
Sure.
Okay, it's called Stand Up. Now this one, even more so, like I said. You have to listen to the whole thing. I'm going to send them to you after we're done. Because you just have to. Like, okay, here it goes. Why is it cutting out like that? I don't know. Can you hear it?
I hear it.
Okay, so he's just like screaming like, stand up, I have had enough, but he's just like throwing stuff, and it's, yes, ultimate fight song. So after this, I'm going to send you those songs.
Alright, guys, don't get in a fight with Lindsay. She's got some tracks. She'll kick your ass.
This is true. I do. I got the music playing in my head. Just stare. Yes.
Oh
good
gosh,
stuff.
fellas, don't make her mad.
Right? I'm telling you, I'm never gonna get married now. Thanks a lot.
Get out of here. There's a guy out there listening. He's like, oh my gosh, she's the woman of my
This
dreams.
is awesome. I'm in the.
Oh Lord. Okay. Number 19, girl. We're almost down to the wire.
Uh-oh.
If you were a time of the day, what time of the day would you be?
Ooh. It's so hard. I'm just gonna go with noon.
Okay.
Because like I just kind of I didn't just wake up. I usually wake up every day around like 8 or 9 something, just by my biological clock, and then 12 o'clock is just like the middle of the day. So there's so much to do. I can go swimming. The sun is out. Have lunch, and I have the whole day ahead of me to do things. So I'd be like 12
good
o'clock.
Good choice. I'm usually my wake up time is usually around noon. I'm pretty sure that we're recording this podcast pretty early right now.
I was surprised when you asked, hey, you want to record a couple hours earlier? I'm like, are you sure? Are you okay?
Are you not asleep during that time? Y'all, when I tell you I am not a morning person, I am not a morning person. Yo, girl, well, if I don't have an alarm, I will probably stay up or stay asleep until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not even lying. No shame. I have no shame. Number 20. If you can give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
To take better care of yourself, girl. Just in general, take better care of your health, because it will catch up to you. You will get fatter when you eat all those carbs when you're a kid. It will catch up. So just take better care of your health and go to the doctor more.
That is the truth, man. You feel like almost invincible when you're young, that nothing can happen to you. And even in my case, when I've been sick my whole life, there was a point in my life where I thought I was invincible anyways. And oh boy, does it catch up on you at your late 20s. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that, kids, stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. Very true. I remember when we were younger and we would order pizza a lot. I'm still a huge pizza person. You should know this. A lot of times when we hang out, we go to CC's.
Yeah.
We love pizza. Who doesn't? If you don't, then I am judging you hardcore.
See, that's one thing. If you, I'm not a judgmental person, but if you despise pizza, come fight us in the comments. Why? Tell us why you do. Why do you hate it?
If you don't like pizza or dogs, those two, big turn off. I should have put those as my turn offs, because those are life.
Fellas.
The way to my heart.
Make
pizza
sure
and
that
puppies.
You bring her pizza and puppies.
Yes. I feel like we're on a dating show and not a podcast right now. We're learning so much.
Gosh. I know.
I was just saying that when we were younger and we used to order pizza, we got all off track. But that my mom used to always tell us, and my grandma would always say, it's going to catch up to you. It's going to catch up to you. And I was like, no, it won't. And here we are. And I'm 30 years old and it caught up to me. So,
Pizza's life.
It is, though, and it still is. Even though I'm fat, I look down, I'm just like, this stomach wants some pizza.
It's life, man. It's life. Pizza is life.
True. It is.
All right.
All right.
Last one, number 21. Right. If you could be a member of the opposite sex for one day, what's the first thing you do?
What would I do as a dude? I feel like this is also going to scare away the guys, depending on what I say, so I got to be careful. Ooh, maybe I would go play sports, because I always thought it'd be really cool to play football. I would go play all the sports and be really good at it and be really strong.
Your answer is way more friendlier and G-rated than mine.
Well, I was trying to keep it G-rated, okay? Because we have a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but we have an audience, and I'm not gonna get too explicit. I had another answer, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. It was the first one to pop in my head. But you're probably already on the same page, so I'm just not gonna say. You guys know subliminal messages. You know. Okay.
All right, Lindsay, your interrogation is over.
Oh, I'm literally over here sweating, like I said, being under pressure. Oh, okay.
I think the questions were pretty, they weren't that deep.
Yeah, they were good. I mean, just wait till we get to yours. So.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick little break. And when we come back, I guess I'm going to get interrogated. So, yeah, we'll be back. Hey, y'all. I wanted to take a quick minute to talk to you guys about Anchor, the app we're currently using right now to create this podcast. One of the best things that I love about Anchor is that not only can you record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, it is absolutely free to use. Not only that, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. And guess what? You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's literally everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So get to it. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Happy podcasting.
All right, guys, we're back. So before the break, Hema asked me 21 questions, and now I'm going to ask her 21 questions. So are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. What is something you think everyone should do at least once in their lifetime?
Oh, once in their lifetime, huh?
At least once, yes.
That one's hard because the thing that I want people to do, I don't think nobody would want to do it.
Say whatever it is. Even if you don't think people will do it,
this is going to sound probably pretty lame because I feel like people would either answer like, oh, go skydiving or, go jump off, do bungee jumping. So I think everybody once in their lifetime should at least experience getting a tattoo. Is that stupid?
That's not stupid. I mean, you think what you think. So, yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's better than the cliche, like you said, skydiving, blah, blah. That's good.
I don't know. To me, I have a couple of tattoos myself. I just feel like, I don't know, that's something that you should add to your bucket list, even if you don't want to have like a big piece done. If you get like a tiny little butterfly on your ankle, I feel like everybody should at least do it once in their life. Just once. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. What piece of entertainment do you wish that you could erase from your mind so that you could experience it for the first time again?
Oh my gosh. Playing video games.
Oh, yeah. I thought that too when I read that question.
I would love to just erase it and then just start fresh. That first moment. So I started playing video games when I was friggin' 4. My dad bought me the Super Nintendo, and man, I still remember very vividly like opening up the box, and I was so excited. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Also, I was 4. I had Mario Paint at the time, but man, I would do that. I would erase that from my memory and start over.
Yeah, that's a good one. Like I said, I thought the same thing when I read that question. I was like, yeah, definitely go back to my childhood and play video games again for the first time. For sure. All right. What's the best thing about you? Could be anything. Yeah, like anything. Anything you think is like the best thing. It could be like, I guess, personality trait or just you in general. Just whatever you want it to be. Whatever.
I don't know. I guess I'm also very hard on myself. I don't like myself personally.
We love you.
I guess I'm, as much as people's first impression of me is that I'm very like reserved and private. I'm not. I consider myself to be very, very laid back and down to earth. So if anything, anybody can come up to me, you can vent to me, and I will always be there to listen. Like, I'm not one to judge you. So that, I guess, being laid back.
I will give you that.
Friend.
was going to say, I'll give you that. Yeah, every time I've come to you, you've always been non-judgmental, and I feel like I could tell you anything, and you listen. So I'll give you that.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not as rigid as people think I am because of how I look. I'm sorry, I have resting bitch face, but I promise I'm not a bitch. Very laid back. So that, yes.
All right. I realized I didn't number my questions. I just wrote them out, so I'm not saying the number because then I'm probably going to forget what the number is. But we're now on question 4.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. If you could make a 20-second phone call to yourself at any point in your life, present or future, when would you call and what would you say?
Oh my goodness.
I love that question.
This is probably going to sound terrible. And I promise you that I am not unhappy in any way. But if I would give myself a call, it would probably be calling myself before really getting into a serious relationship at 18. And not stopping her, but letting her know to not take it as serious as it should be. Because, I don't know, if I can tell myself just to live your life instead of being focused on a relationship, because it really did. And again, I don't want it to come off and sounding like I'm so unhappy being married or unhappy with my partner, but I just wish we could have taken things a little bit slower.
All right. Yeah, fair enough. That's a good one.
Gosh.
All right. Yeah, right.
Now I'm sweating.
You see how it feels to be on the other end, and we're only about to be on question 5. So you see what I was feeling? All right. Let me know if they're too deep for you. We'll find some new ones.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right. In your group of friends, what role do you play? Like, do you think you're the funny one or the one that everyone always goes to, or just what's your role, you think?
I definitely feel like I'm the one that people always go to, for sure. / being the funny one.
Cheater, you just took what I said and just... I agree with you. I mean, fair enough, though. Yes. I could definitely laugh forever.
I guess I could probably say more the funny one. Again, people first meet me and the first impression is that, oh, she's quiet. And somebody once told me that they thought I was like a press. And I'm like, excuse me? Never. I don't know. I love to laugh. Like, that's one of the best parts of life is you can laugh at the little things. And I'm one of those people that finds a lot of the stupid things funny. So you can come down and we can just laugh off it and watch like stupid movies or just make stupid jokes. I'm all down for that.
All right. I would like to think that I'm funny and I can really make you laugh, but then I feel like sometimes you just laugh at everything. So I'm like, well, this is easy. So
Point me.
Point me. I was like, dang, I really thought I was funny, but maybe I'm not. Maybe you just laugh at everything.
Oh my! Well, I mean, because I honestly find things like hilarious sometimes. I am somebody who I can also laugh at the inappropriate times, and I have been trying to work on that. But I mean, it's just, man, it's just one of those things where I don't ever want to grow up, man. So let me giggle every once in a while, you know?
Same. Laughter is literally the best medicine. I know that's so cliche and people say it all the time, but I love to laugh.
It really is, especially those laughs where you can't even breathe. Those are my
like us
laughs. Oh my goodness.
We have those
several.
Yeah, like the other day we had that. Was that like last week? And we were just dying for like 10 minutes. Couldn't even breathe.
Yeah, and Armando was like right there and he was like, "Are you okay, fam? Are you dying?"
I thought I was going to die. I didn't think you could die from laughing too hard, but I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, because you don't get any oxygen. I swear I wasn't breathing.
This is true.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Moving forward. What personality trait do you value most in other people and which do you dislike the most?
I think loyalty is something that I look for. Is it in a friend, right?
I mean, I guess it could be in anyone.
In anyone?
People in general, yeah. But I mean, a friend works too.
I guess just loyalty and accountability is what I look for. The thing I dislike about people, and this goes back to what we were talking about during your little question segment, is just a big ego.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand people when, and again, I'm somebody who I will try my best to give you the benefit of the doubt when I first meet you. But if it's all about you through our whole friendship, relationship, I'm just not for it. And I'd rather not have that in my life.
I could not agree more. Same thing. I think loyalty is probably, my biggest in people in general. Just, being loyal. And then, dislike, same thing. We talked about it earlier. But, definitely the same. Because I have had people like that in my life where it was all about them all the time. And they never asked me about me or how I was doing. And those friendships never work out. So
yeah, it's just about being humble. Again, I'm all for you being excited for your successes in life, and I'm all for it too. Shit, we'll party it up together. But if you're one of those people who you just never take anybody else's, especially emotions, into consideration, I just don't find you appealing at all to be a friend or to be a partner. So
true that. I mean, I guess we kind of sort of like covered this whole laughing deal, but one of the questions is what kind of things really make you laugh? Like what makes you laugh the most?
Oh, what makes me laugh the most? Oh man, I have a long list. Everything. Man, I mean, again, I don't want anybody to like look at my character and be like, wow, she's freaking stupid. So I just like laughing at like the stupid stuff. Like I find the stupid shows funny. For example, like, do you like Jackass?
I never really got into it. I've watched it a little bit, but
so like Jackass stuff to me is hilarious. Like I will die laughing watching that. Just anything stupid that you do, any like stupid jokes, like I find them funny. Just stupid humor, if you want to put it into a category, is what really makes me laugh.
Yeah, you definitely took that a different route. When I first read that question, I was thinking when people fall, a little bit more like morbid. I love watching people fall. It is literally the most hilarious thing to me.
I mean,
even when I
laugh when people fall too, but I don't want it to be like, damn, girl. You ask them if they're okay.
I even laugh when I fall. Like when I fall, the first thing I do is just start laughing. So it's not just at other people.
I mean, same here. I mean, yeah, I find that funny too. But if we were gonna go to a category, I'd just say stupid humor. And that we know because that can kind of be silly because in Jackass they'd be falling, and I find that hilarious.
Yeah, see, but so that's where I guess the whole you liking The Office and me not comes from, because I've never been into the dumb slapstick funny. I'm into actual humor. No offense.
The Office doesn't. It isn't like stupid funny. Is maybe season 1, but the rest isn't. In my opinion, I don't think. I think it has like some stuff that actually happened in real life that you find hilarious. It's why I like it.
Okay.
Season 1, right. I'll give you that. Season 1 isn't everybody's favorite because it has that really stupid humor, but as the seasons go on, it becomes more of like a real life humor type of situation. I love The Office.
I mean, apparently I just need to skip season 1. I don't know.
Well, don't skip it.
Well, I'm not going to sit and bore the shit out of myself.
It's not boring. Oh my gosh. Y'all, can we just force Lindsay to watch The Office, please?
No.
We got some Office fans out there.
We also probably have people that agree with me that like, oh my gosh, it's dumb. Don't unsubscribe.
Don't unsubscribe. Please subscribe.
What is something that everybody else loves that you secretly find overrated?
So, I think one thing that I'm not a fan of, and I feel like the whole world is The Bachelor, Bachelorette. I see it all over Twitter and all over Facebook whenever, it's in season. And I just could never get into it. I don't find it interesting at all. I don't know. I just find it so boring. Everybody at my work is always talking about it. And I'm just like, I'm just going to go away because this is whack.
I mean, I agree that it's corny, but I've grown up on it. Like I used to watch it back in the day with my mom since like way back growing up, and maybe it wasn't as cringy like back then as it is now. It's gotten worse and worse, but it's one of those things like a train wreck where you just watch and you just can't stop watching, And being single, you're just like, oh, look at this, like people falling in love. It can happen.
But even I also like watching. It's weird because it almost like contradicts itself. I like watching stupid reality dating shows. I just could never get into The Bachelor, Bachelorette. I don't know what it is about it that it just seems so boring to me compared to stupid love shows where they're trying to find love and also win money.
I
I don't know.
mean,
I just never liked it. I just never got into it, and I tried getting into the most recent season because a coworker of mine was, going on, and she was like, "You got to try it. You got to try it." And I tried to, and I texted her, and I was like, "What are you trying to do to me?"
okay. So, like I said, I've grown up watching it, but I didn't even watch the newest Bachelor season. You're talking about the one with Peter, right?
I don't.
Okay,
I
well,
don't
it was a
even know.
dude with the brown hair, and like he was on the season with. If people watch, they'll obviously know what I'm talking about. But he went on the season before with Hannah Brown when she was the Bachelorette, and he made it to, I think it was like the final 3, maybe 4, and then she let him go, and everybody fell in love with him, and I don't know why, because I never really liked him, but he became the Bachelor, and I was like, you know what, I got to see this through, because he didn't find love with Hannah. Maybe he'll find his own love. But yeah, it was just very boring. So it was the season. It's not the show. You just have to give it a chance.
I'll give it a chance when you give The Office a chance. Boom.
That's unfair. I have. That's unfair. Not gonna happen. I'm done. All right. I think we're on question number 7. I think. If you could make one rule that everyone had to follow, what rule would you make?
It would be to not be so fucking judgmental over every little thing people do, Like, I never understood why people get so uptight over other people's lifestyle choices or decisions that they make in their life as if it affects them in any way. Yeah, that would be my rule, that you couldn't judge. So if somebody came up to you and they told you, hey, I do this and that, and they're like, oh, we're against it, you're going to go to jail. In my perfect world, you'd go to jail and you just sit there for a month and think about what you did until you are judgment free. Haha.
You said judgment free. No judgment from you. I mean, that's a good one, though. Yeah. I mean, I wish that everyone that wasn't, they weren't judgmental, but we are never going to live in a world like that. Wishful thinking, but that's a good one.
Man. It's just one of those things that like irks me, that it's like, why get people have their opinion and they can keep their opinion, but it's like, if it's not affecting you personally, then why say something? Like, why be so opposed to it if it's not affecting you? I don't know.
No, I mean, I agree. I very, very much agree. All right. Okay. If you could jump into a pool full of something other than water, obviously, what would it be?
Anything but water?
Yeah, because obviously you can't. I mean, that's dumb. Yeah, no water. I'm talking about something else that you could jump into a big old pile of, a pool of it.
Money.
That's, I think, what everybody would say. I would say puppies. I would love to be in a big old pile.
I don't want to hurt the
dogs.
puppies.
I didn't mean like literally, but you know what I mean. Just being in it and then crush them.
I don't want to crush the babies.
I mean, they'll make a little spot for me, and I'll just right now. Yes, just if you get me a big old pile of puppies. OMG.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, but you can't fill a pool with them. That's too many puppies. I mean,
it is never too many.
You can't have enough puppies, but I can't imagine like you putting like the puppies in like a empty vessel of pool.
Okay, you're thinking too much into it. It's just, if you could have a lot of something and you were surrounded by that something, so
Moolah.
just, yeah, okay, you know what, materialistic, whatever.
With all that money, I could buy my own puppies.
So. This is true. Very true. I like your thinking.
Money, y'all. I'm jumping into a pool of money. Come join me.
You don't have to worry, gentlemen, because she's already married, so you don't have to impress anyone.
Yeah, guys, I don't have to impress nobody. My husband knows what he got himself into.
I'm not trying to impress anyone either. You either like me or you don't. So,
fellas,
what it. doing that. You're making me look bad. There's some weirdo out there right now that's like watching or listening in his basement. And he's like, yeah, I like her.
Hey, you never know. I believe in fate.
Yeah, we'll see. Wouldn't that be something if that's like what this podcast became? It's like that's how I met my husband from listening.
That would be
to
a trip. And they'd be like, what first got me to you was you said you didn't shower for a week.
And I heard that and I was like, wow, I just need a female that just doesn't care.
That's the woman for me.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But
girl, you never know.
Anyways, moving forward. Fellas. All right. If the world froze for an afternoon and only you could move and no one could see you or remember what you did, what would you do?
Oh gosh, you're gonna make me sound like I'm some money crazy maniac.
I knew you were gonna say something about money. I swear, I knew it. I freaking knew it. I was like, she's gonna say she wants to rob a bank.
Oh my god! Yeah, hell yeah!
Do I know you?
A bank. I see. Look at this. Okay. Has anybody out there seen Money Heist? I know we have. We had like a little Instagram poll recently, but man, I would just. I'm not I'm not trying to sound materialistic, but man, some of the things that are currently wrong in my life right now would be easily solved if I just had a little extra cash on hand, man. Just, hell yeah, I'd go to a bank. That's what I do.
Yeah, going back to her being materialistic and not having morals, fellas.
I mean, the world's froze over. They're not gonna miss it. They'll be fine.
But it's all about who you are when nobody's watching. That's what builds character.
They'll be fine. It's either that or go to like a fertility clinic and steal all of their drugs that I need.
Good one. I'll go with that. I'll help you. I'll go with you.
There you go.
See, I would commit crimes if it was the right idea, like for good cause.
Y'all, fertility treatments are no joke, man. They're expensive as heck.
All right. What do you wish you were really good at?
Making money.
That's it. I'm unplugging my mic. That's it. We're done. Unsubscribe, everybody.
Man, if I were to pick something I was really good at, it probably would be singing. I love music so much, and I was in choir for half of the time I was in high school. But I mean, I don't think I can sing. I feel like if I had a bomb voice, then I would definitely be out there being famous and rolling in my wads of cash.
See, that's a good one because mine was that I wish that I had learned how to play a bunch of instruments, especially guitar. I think I've told you before, but I have an acoustic guitar, but it's just been sitting in my closet and I never really learned how to play it. I learned how to play a couple chords. That was it. So if I could learn how to play guitar and you could learn how to sing, I mean, we'd be set.
Man, we'd be having a band right now instead of a podcast.
I know. We'd be on here, doing live videos of us playing music.
Live concerts.
Heck yeah. That would be awesome.
That would be one thing. I'd like to have a nice singing voice. One day. One day, we're 30. We have plenty of time to learn how to sing and play a guitar. Or I could just have a child who can just live out my dreams.
Which brings us back. Fellas, I keep my guitar in the closet. I don't ever learn how to do anything.
Fellas, is there anybody out there who can play guitar?
Anybody know? That's also a big turn on. I love a guy that can play guitar. I just think it's awesome.
Fellas?
Are we on a podcast or are we on Plenty of Fish?
Bumble.
A bumblebee. All right. Moving forward. What's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
Ooh, y'all, I'm boring as heck.
I know, I thought that too. When I heard the question, I was like, I mean, the only thing I could think of is taking trips. There's been times we just picked up and gone, like when we went to Galveston.
I guess the most spontaneous thing I've ever done was when actually I got my first tattoo. I was 17, which I wasn't of legal age yet. Sorry, Mom. Me and a very close friend of mine were just goofing off, and we were like, hey, we should go get tats. And I was like, but I'm scared. And she was like, no, let's go do it. And we went, and we told the guy we were 18, and we got tatted. That is the most spontaneous thing I've done. I'm hella boring.
I mean, now that you bring it up, that probably is mine too, because I forgot that's how I got mine. I only have one tattoo right now in process or progress. I will get another one. I do want to. But right now I have Faith on my right wrist. And that was probably, yeah, my most spontaneous because I was still living at home. I was out running errands with my brother. And he was just like, do you want to go get a tattoo? Just like that. And I was like, I've never really thought about it, but sure, why not? So we literally just found a tattoo shop and I got the tattoo and went home. And my mom was really mad because she was against tattoos. But it's a good one. It says Faith. Like, that's a good tattoo. So, yeah.
So my parents didn't find out about my first tattoo until like 3 years later. Your girl hid it for a very long time. So I guess, yeah, going back to that, we got tattoos and we also got piercings. She got her belly button pierced also that day, and I got my lip pierced. I'll tell you what, that lip piercing lasted 24 hours because the first thing my dad did when he saw me was take it off. So I knew that I had to hit my tattoo because it would go ape shit. So yeah, here I am now, 8 tattoos later though. Hey.
Yeah, you see, my brother Clint was smart about it because when he got his first tattoo, he got my mom's name on his chest with like a rose. So he's like, hey, Mom, got a new tattoo. She was mad, but how mad can you be when you got a tattoo for your mom?
So yeah, my little brother also, he got his first tattoo. I guess he was like 19 at the time, but he got both of my parents' names tatted on his arm. So they did. And then again, in the Mexican culture, they always favored the boy. I don't know what it is about it, especially he's a baby. They did not care when he got a tattoo. I was lectured till, I mean, I still get lectured now as a 30-year-old because I'm telling my mom that I want to get a sleeve. And she's like, no, 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 no. And they didn't care when my brother got a tattoo. So I was like, ugh, rude.
Rude. If you had a time machine, would you go back in time or visit the future?
I would go back in time. Boy, oh boy, would I change some things.
I hear that.
Do you need me to say like a specific time that I'd go back to?
Yeah, sure.
I'd probably go back to 1994.
Specific as fuck.
I don't know why I would do that. How is 4-year-old me going to prevent me from getting sick? But boy, if I had the mentality of a 30-year-old at 4, I would try my damn hardest to, I don't know, like do something to prevent what derailed me in my life with my stupid kidneys. But I had to go back in time, yeah, to 1994 if I could. And if I could change something, I would. Even if it came with repercussions, I do not care.
Fair enough. All right, I think we have about 6 questions left. I think we're like on 15 now. So you're doing good. Sweating it out, doing good. All right, this one's going to put you under a little bit of pressure, though.
Oh, gosh.
No pressure, but pressure. What is your favorite way of spending time with me? Pressure.
With you specifically?
Yeah, with me specifically. That was just a question. Don't judge me. It's on the internet. I was like, oh, let's see what Emma has to say.
Man, probably just whenever we go out, like when we go out to eat and stuff, when we go, like, for example, when we go to Cece's, I feel like whenever you have a friend that you're so comfortable with, like, especially when you're eating, like when you know that there's not going to be any judgment coming from either of us, and you can still have a full-on conversation throughout the whole meal, I think that's something very special that I don't really share with like a lot of people. Just because there's some people when you go out to eat with them, you're like, I don't want to eat too much because you're going to be like, what the hell? But with us, it's like, we don't give a fuck.
True that.
We don't give a fuck about what each other's eating. So we're just going to eat and have a conversation and goof off and laugh at the stupid stuff.
All right, you passed.
I enjoy is our lunch date / dinner dates.
I do agree. I do like that. That was very nice. Sorry to put you under pressure to answer that, but
pressure.
Good answer. All right, a little bit more on the morbid side. How would you like to be remembered when you're gone?
I just hope that people will remember me as being a survivor. I know I haven't really gone into detail about all of my issues with my health, but if anything, I'd like to let people know that I went out kicking and screaming and I didn't give up, even though I don't consider myself strong at times. I definitely have my weak moments, but again, I try my hardest not to show that, and I hope that I am doing a good job, because when the time comes, I don't want people to think like, oh, I feel so bad for her. She suffered through this and that. You know, I want them to be like, well, she had a good life. She went out kicking and screaming, and she's at peace.
All right, yeah, let me tell you guys, she is very strong. I know it's hard to ever think of ourselves that way, but I don't know how you deal with all the things you deal with on a daily basis, and hopefully one day we will be able to get more into that on here on the podcast whenever you're ready.
Yeah, of course.
All right. What's your philosophy in life? We're getting deep, man.
That's really deep.
Just pick something that's like your main, I don't know, what you try to live by.
This is going to sound very hippie of me, but just peace and love, man. Like,
peace and love, man.
Peace and love. Just live your life as peacefully as you can. I don't know how to really put that into words. Just not, and I know it's hard, especially in the time that we're living now, where it's so chaotic and stress is everywhere. But I'm more thinking of like yourself. You know, I'm not somebody or I try not to dwell on other people's opinions on me. I know I have my own issues and my own demons that I'm dealing with, but the more I let go of all the unnecessary stuff that's around me, the more serenity I have. And that comes into the more love you give out, the more love you receive. Don't be hateful. You know, it's just not good for the soul. It really does just wear you down and make you hard and cold. And that's something that I've been trying to stay away from, you know, as an adult. So yeah, I'm a firm believer in peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. I will be a hippie. I don't care. You call me a hippie all you want, but that's what I think.
I think we should all stand up and give Hema a round of applause for that beautiful speech. That was good. Very good answer. Very, very good. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit more fun. Hopefully your parents don't listen to this.
Oh,
when was your first time getting drunk? And tell us about it, if you can remember.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I was 16. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. So my parents weren't home. My little brother was, but my little brother is an MVP because, first of all, he really didn't notice. And even if he did, he never told. Love you, bro. So we were babysitting pretty much him. I mean, he didn't need to be babysat, but we were just, you know, I was of course the adult in the house at the time. So a friend came over and we got my parents' tequila that was in the pantry and we mixed it up with some juice. And yeah, we got tipsy. I didn't get like super tipsy to the point where like my parents came back and they found me throwing up in the restroom, but it was the first time I experienced like feeling loose and feeling how it is to be drunk.
My story is a pretty good one too, if you'd like to hear it.
Let's hear it. Let's hear Drunk Lindsay. Fellas.
Right, fellas. It's so attractive. Just wait. So yeah, I was usually pretty responsible in school, so I didn't have my first real drinking experience until it was at the time, best friend's graduation. So I was about 19, and she's Hispanic, so they have, you know how they do big parties. Mm-hmm. And she had all of her closest friends over. And at least her mom was very responsible about it. She let us all drink. They provided all the alcohol. She took all of our phones and our car keys. So that's good. Be responsible. But yeah, I just remember sitting at this table with all of us and her uncles sitting around the table. And they were just pushing me like, you know, drink, like more, like shots. And back then I didn't know what I was doing. So I took everything. I mixed it all. I was taking tequila, like rum, like it did not matter. Like anything that was there, beer, Coronas, I did it because I was stupid. God. So a warning, do not mix your alcohol.
Please don't. Dear Lord. I think we'll probably have a podcast like dedicated to all of our like drunken stories. Cause man, if we can like do a PSA and have these kids like drink at a legal age, I would love to do that. Please don't drink when you're young.
Oh, yeah, just don't do it. But if you do it like how we did where it was in a controlled setting, around adults who were not drinking. And yes, like I said, took away, we could not drive, we could not make drunken phone calls. It was perfectly safe to a degree, I guess. But
Yes.
I just remember, I don't remember too much other than started drinking, shots started happening, and then I just blacked out. It's the first time I had, been drinking,
man.
and then I blacked out like cold. I just woke up and I was on a couch and I heard a friend of mine at the time throwing up in the bathroom, and someone else was throwing up next to me on the other couch. And it was crazy. That was
That
craziest
sounds
experience.
insane for it to be the first time. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. And then I remember waking up in the middle of the night and having throw up down my shirt, and I was still like kind of passed out. So I was like in and out of consciousness. And I remember her mom coming over to me and giving me a little bowl to like throw up in. It was crazy. And I remember that drive back home. It's crazy how you remember that. But I remember driving back home the next morning with throw up on my shirt and going to the drive-thru at Jack in the Box to try to sober up and like, get some tacos.
Hell yeah.
So definitely crazy.
Eating Jack in the Box while you're hungover, it hits the spot. Let me tell you.
It does. You need a big old greasy burger. Oh,
Jack in the Box, IHOP, McDonald's, like any of those places. Oh, now I'm hungry.
I know, right? So we're gonna order Jack in the Box, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's
Uber
do it.
Eats.
Uber Eats.
Okay, so we're down to just the last two questions.
Dun, dun, dun.
Number 20. What is more important, truth or happiness?
Ah, man, truth. I mean, as much as I know truth hurts and it's hard to hear, I'd rather people be truthful than to be around me trying to keep me happy, like a false happiness. I don't like that.
All right. Yeah, like I think to me though it also kind of depends. Like if it's a little lie that's going to protect my feelings, then do that. Like if I say, "Do I look fat in this?" Be like, "No," and that's fine. I'd rather choose happiness and feel good about myself. But
Yeah, if it's in that case, if I'm asking you a question about my body image, please lie to me, because that will literally take me on a depression spiral for a month if you tell me that I do look fat in it.
You don't look good, fam. Yeah, just lie to me.
You look horrible.
But yeah, on the very important topics, yeah, please always keep it very truthful with me. Because like we talked about earlier, we talked about like loyalty and just people being real. That's what I admire.
And, like, the little white lies, I get it. We've all done it. But it's just like the big things. Like, just don't lie to me. You know, if you think that you have to do it, then just think about what's going to happen when I end up finding the truth. It just becomes worse. So just tell me up front.
Because I hate being lied to. That's a big thing for me. Just don't lie to me.
Same. That's one thing that will immediately take away all my trust in you. And I am somebody who, I'm a Scorpio. I hold grudges. And I mean, that's something that I've been trying to work on personally, because I know it's not healthy for me also, as I'm talking about like being peace and love. But that's just something that's always been hard for me to let go, is that if you do me wrong, I have a hard time ever trusting you again. I mean, you really have to like work your way back up into getting back into my soul. But once you do me dirty, you're out, kicked out, bye.
I know you've told me stories about people that have done you wrong that you still haven't talked to. And I'm like, damn, like it makes me scared. I'm like, okay, like don't mess up.
Yeah, no, these people are still exiled.
Wow. All right. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love.
You ready for the last question?
I'm ready, fam.
It's going to be a tough one. Better answer it correctly. All right. Would you sacrifice one life to save 10? And what if that one life was a friend or family member?
Who are these 10 people?
That's what I'm saying. They're just random people. So like if you have, say, a friend or a family member and you're going to sacrifice them to save, though, 10 innocent stranger lives.
Damn. You had to go deep
I know.
on the last one, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's a good one.
God, this is going to sound completely horrible. And maybe you weren't, I don't know if you were expecting me to answer it this way. I am somebody that when I love you, like I am selfish enough that I want to keep you with me and around me forever. Like as long as we can. I wouldn't sacrifice any of my loved ones. I couldn't.
I mean, that's a good answer.
I'd feel horrible and I'd live with a lifetime of guilt, but I couldn't. I'm just somebody, I've also dealt with loss, and there's aspects in it when you think, okay, well, they are in a better place, hopefully, and they're not feeling any pain, but then that selfish part kicks in you and you'd rather have them here with you in life. I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd rather be able to sacrifice my own self instead of me having to deal with the pain of losing another loved one. So sorry, 10 people.
Right. It just goes to show that not like one life isn't more important than another life, and we can't help it. I mean, yeah, I would do the same thing. I'm sorry. I know that sounds horrible probably to some people, but again, we've dealt with loss, and I've dealt with a lot of it, and I'm not trying to lose anybody else as long as I can help it. It's in my control.
Yeah. I wonder if you were to ask somebody who hasn't dealt with loss, what their answer would be. So now I'm curious.
That's a good question.
Any of these questions that we asked each other, if you want to answer them in the comments, feel free to, because we'd love to see them. But especially this one, what would be your answer? I mean, I think me and Lindsay are somebody who we have lost very, very important people in our lives, and we know how it feels to be so broken and so empty from it that, yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do that. Hell no, I would not. I mean, I know it's inevitable and we all are going to be heading that way, but if I can avoid it as long as I can, I'd rather avoid it. That pain is not fun to have.
Yeah, see, because if you look at it that way as well, that like again, it sounds bad, but losing 10 people I don't know is not going to cause the pain and suffering that it's going to cause losing someone you love.
Dang, all right, girl got deep in the last one.
I left it for last on purpose. I was like, let's leave the deepest one to, top it off. So yeah, you got through them, all 21 questions.
Hey, 42 questions, y'all.
Are you sweating? I was sweating.
Especially this last one. I'm like, oh, damn. People are going to think like, dang, inconsiderate for those 10 people.
Well, it's like you said, people are going to disagree. Some are going to agree. Some will disagree. And that is fine. We are all human. We're all going to have different opinions. And we will not judge you for it.
Well, this was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, I hope you got to know us a little bit more than our intro episode. These are fun. I hope we continue to do these little fun open podcasts for you guys in the future.
Yes, and let us know. Like we said, we're very open. Let us know what you like more of. If you're liking this, just being, more just light and fun, or if you like more serious topics and you want to hear that, just let us know what you want to hear more of.
Yes. And so for next week, we might have some gameplay on that one as well. It's not a for sure thing. Just letting you know that might be.
Don't unsubscribe.
Don't unsubscribe, please. If anything, if we can't figure out the technicality of it, then we might just hit you guys up on our social medias and see what would you like for us to talk about.
Do you want to explain the whole gaming thing for people that don't know what we're talking about?
So yes, for our gaming episode, we'd probably just pick out a game that we can both play together. And of course, you'd be seeing that gameplay on the video as we're doing our podcast. For example, me and Lindsay like to play Grand Theft Auto. That's kind of where we got the idea to do our podcasting, because we would play online together, and we'd also have just like random conversations, and they would last for hours and hours on end. And I figured me and her can both have a little bit of fun playing, and y'all can watch us act a fool and also join in our conversation. Yeah,
so we're kind of still on the fence about where we might do a little bit of both, where we might do one where we just post a video like after the fact, like how we do with these podcasts where we record on Saturdays and upload them Sundays. But we're also thinking about maybe at some point doing a live one where if we can figure it out to go live on YouTube playing, so you guys will be able to conversate with us, live and ask questions. We'll be able to talk to you.
Yes, if anything, if we can't work the gameplay out, we are interested in doing like a live Q&A one of these days. And you guys can come in and join the podcast with us. We'll figure out a way that you guys can also be in it as well.
Again, just thank you guys so much for listening to us every week and having patience with us as we try to find our footing and exactly what and just what we're going to be. Again, just follow us on social media if you're not already. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But our most recent post, up to date, what we're doing is going to be on our Instagram page. We're always posting stories, and keep up with us on there. And don't forget to join us next Sunday night.
Thanks, guys.